Okay, so someone asked for this video, so here goes. Guest star, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, so someone asked me to talk about my Jonas week, so here it is. If you don't want to hear it, just don't watch. So a month ago, I can't believe it was that long ago. It was July 10th. We drove to Chicago. Me and three of my internet friends that I made. We're all friends because of the Jonas Brothers. We all met online, and we're all like really, really good friends now. Anyways, three of us drove up to Chicago, and we met a fourth girl there. We spent the day in Chicago, and that was a good day. We were all like, we didn't really know what was gonna happen, like at the show. Two of the girls had gone to the dress rehearsal, so they kind of knew what was gonna happen. But anyway, so we just spent the day in Chicago, walking around. We ate lunch. We went to the House of Blues and had a drink. We went back to the venue, and we're sitting at the venue. And hang on a minute, my computer is hopping at me. Okay. We went to the venue and we sat there, and I met some people that I've known online for several years but never actually talked to. See, I have all these friends because of the Jonas Brothers. Like, I would have no friends if it weren't for them. Anyway, met them, and then they opened the venue like really, really late. Like, the concert was supposed to start at 7, and they didn't even open the doors until 7, so that was weird. But we just like sat outside until pretty much like 8. Excuse me, gosh, why do I burp so much? Anyways, we sat outside until pretty much 8, and then we went in because the line finally died down. And the show started, and they have a DJ, Mike Tompkins. Like, he's really cute and he's really talented, but like nobody wants to watch this kid. So anyways, we like watched Mike Tompkins kinda, and then Carmen came on, and like I at first, this was back when I was like, this is a really weird mix. Like, Carmen is gonna be weird. Like, this is not gonna work at a Jonas Brothers concert. Nope, they changed my mind. They were fantastic, blew my mind. Mike Tompkins came on again, like whatever. And then the Jonas Brothers came on, like yay. And this was the show I was the farthest away from. I was in like row M, so it's like row 13. And I had no idea what to expect. And it was just so good, you guys. Let's see. It's okay. I'm gonna try and do like highlights from each show. So the Chicago show highlight for me during Who I Am, next song, like they play the video, the music video in the background, like on the screen, like while he's standing up there singing it. And so I was like looking at him, and looking at the video, and looking at him, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, look how much you've grown up. And I just started crying. That was just like sobbing, like actual sobs. It was really embarrassing. People around me were like really drunk and like laughing at me, and I was like, I don't even care, I'm crying right now, who cares? And then another highlight from that was the first time they were obviously playing like new music, so it was like the first time we'd heard it and everything. And they played the song "What Do I Mean to You" is one of their new songs, and it's like screamo, like rock, like headbanging music. Like, you don't expect the Jonas Brothers to sing it. It's like that happened, and it was like, what are they doing? Like, and I was just looking around like at everybody being like, what is going on? This is freaking awesome. And it was really good. And then after that song, they just kind of stand there and like let you cheer for them for like 3 minutes because they're like, yeah, we just blew your minds, bitches. So that was a highlight. And then okay, so that was Chicago. We drove home that night. Yeah, that was great. The next day, the Jonas Brothers, oh, they're in Indianapolis. Okay, so I was like, whatever. I don't need to go down there. Like, I'm going to see them tomorrow. Like, I don't need to go to Indianapolis. I mean, it's like 20, 30 minutes from where I live. But I was like, I don't need to, like, go downtown and try and, like, meet them. Because I'm going to meet them tomorrow. It's going to be fine. So I, like, try to go about my day as normal. But all day, they're, like, tweeting and posting, like, Instagrams and Vines, like, in Indianapolis. And I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. So finally, I met my friend Erica downtown. We literally parked the car. Well, we met each other in the parking garage, walk out of, like, the mall that the parking garage is for, stand up, like, we're on a corner, we, like, cross the street, and, like, a second later, oh, there the Jonas Brothers are. And we're like, that was way too easy. So we, like, met them. I had Nick write out my tattoo. He wrote, take a breathe. I was like, you're such an idiot. Like, I can't believe you can't spell the word breath. Like, you can write a brilliant lyrical song and you can't spell the word breathe. Breath, whatever, you can't spell, but it was fine because it was fixable. Anyway, so he did that. We took pictures. I said something so embarrassing. Okay, so while we were like, there were a couple of people who were also there and like they went ahead of us, so I'm like waiting to meet them, and I said to my friend, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see Nick's nipples, because he had like a white shirt and you could see his nipples, right? And so And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing, like louder. And like I saw him like glance at me and I thought he just heard me say like, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing, like really loud. Later, I find out he heard me say, oh my gosh, I can see his nipples, because he like pulled his shirt down and like looked really uncomfortable, and I was like, crap, he hates me. That was a really unnecessary story, but it did happen and it was really weird. Nick doesn't like me now. So anyways, that happened, and then Friday would have been the 12th, so we're up to July 12th now. All of that was the 11th. Friday the 12th, we went downtown to like see them, and there were a lot of people there, so it's kind of weird, but like we waited and we saw them. Oh, because Erica she had Joe write a tattoo out for her, and Erica's my friend, anyways, and Joe is an idiot and like can't write anything worth a damn, and she had to have him redo it. So we went downtown on Friday to get him to redo it, which he did, and I tried. That was when I got like some, yeah, anyways. Yeah. So then we like had to speed to the venue because they left so freaking late. So like rushing to the venue, and and we basically followed their tour bus to the venue, which is normal. So we get there, and then we went into, that was the day we all had VIP, like all of my internet friends, we all had VIP, so like we had sound check and meet and greets. So we went into sound check, and it was sound check, whatever, and then we had our meet and greet. And so the way they do it, you like put all your crap on a table outside, and then they put you in like groups of 3, and then like let one of the 3 of you go in at a time. So like my mom went ahead of me. Yes, my mom had a Jonas Brothers meet and greet. It was really cute. My mom goes ahead of me, and she's like, my daughter's been following you around for the past 3 days. And I'm like, oh, jeez. And so, anyway, she, like, takes her picture, and, like, I'm standing there because, like, the person behind whoever is, like, standing there with their bodyguard, Derek. And so Derek looks at me, he's like, are you going to stop harassing us? And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to leave. And he's like, no, don't leave. And I was like, okay. And so my mom finishes, and then I walk in there, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, I've been following you guys around. And they're like, no, it's okay, we expect it. And I'm like, well, fine, I guess I didn't want to disappoint you, like, whatever. So anyways, we gave them all a hug, and then took our picture, and then I started to leave, and I was like, wait! And so I turned around and I like grabbed Nick's arm, and I'm like, I need to see your tattoo, because I really just wanted to grab his arm, and I did, so that was fine. And he thought that was really weird, but I don't care, he already doesn't like me, so who cares. Okay, so that happened, and then I'm trying to finish this in 10 minutes, crap. So then the concert that night was really good. Highlights, oh yeah, Nick just pulls a little bit longer, like, out of his ass and starts singing it, and I was not ready for that. Like, that song, like, as corny as it is, it means a lot to me, and it, like, really makes me emotional. And so, like, I hear, like, the first few, like, notes of it on the piano, and I'm like, shoot! And I, like, hit the floor, like, both Erica and I just, like, dropped to the floor, and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's singing this song. And then we stood up and sobbed for the whole song, like, actual tears, crying. I think I cried at every single show, which is just embarrassing. So anyways, that was that show. I don't think anything else in Indy happened. We had fifth row for that one. That was good. Dead center. Okay, so then Saturday I got my tattoo, whatever. Sunday the 14th, sorry, there was a knocking. Sunday the 14th, we drove to Cincinnati in the morning, went downtown to try and find them. Successfully, like, walked into a building, and Nick's, like, sitting there eating lunch, and we're like, oh, sorry. And so he, like, left and was like, I'll be back in a minute. And so, like, he left, whatever, came back. We saw Kevin, we saw Joe, we saw all their band. I got to show Nick my tattoo. He really liked it. He said it was awesome. And we took our pictures, and it was cool. We got to talk to Garbo and his wife, Paris, and that was good. So Cincinnati was really good. Then we drove to the venue and ended up in Kentucky, and then ended up back in Ohio, and whatever. Got to the venue. That show was freaking awesome. Second row, like, dead center. Like, I've never been that close. It was freaking awesome. Highlights of that show, I don't even remember that show. It was just too much. It was a lot. It was a show, and it was just, like, get really emotional. I'll probably think of, like, a highlight of that later, but okay. So then the next show we went to was the 16th in Cleveland. I went with my mom. We were second row, like, on Nick's side, which is stage right. And really, that was a good show. They sang Much Better, which they hadn't sang yet, and they sang Neon, which they'd only done, like, once before, so that was really good to hear. And I know there's banging going on outside, I'm sorry. And, oh yeah, they sang Black Keys, which, like, made me sob. Again, there was the sobbing there. So that was all normal. So that was my Jonas Brothers experience, and I miss them a lot now. And I'm really sad. I cannot believe all of that happened like a month ago. So I'm gonna try and end this, and hopefully it's 10 minutes so it'll upload. So bye guys.